Final company, and this is Blue Label. Remember, their main business is the distribution of airtime, the vouchers, you know, the access points at the petrol stations and all of that, plus a whole lot of technology in companies where they facilitate for other people top-ups for your Vodacom and your MTN and so on. But in recent times, it has actually strategically stepped up and bought a big chunk of Cell C, which is in the process of a recapitalization. Its traditional shareholders out of the Middle East are basically having to write off billions. Price to earnings ratio of Blue Label is 15.3, dividend yield 2.2%. Let's look at the share chart because that will tell a story. A little bit of ambivalence about the deal, but now it's been sealed and looking okay. They say it won't be a problem, that they, you know, have big relationships with Vodacom and MTN, but now they're going to be actual shareholder in Cell C. I don't know. What do you think?
From 2013, certainly the share was going nowhere, and all of a sudden, Blue Label Telecoms was in the media purely because they were going to buy Cell C. Cell C has been battling. Cell C failed to break into the strongholds, or MTN, Vodacom.
Didn't have the network. People used to complain. You get a Cell C phone and you can't make a call.
Or see for yourself. You remember that advert?
Unfortunately.
that was
and
there.
Unfortunately, what they saw for themselves was not good.
It was fantastic. I think the lady who used to have that advert, it was an awesome kind of advert. It's almost like if you watch WWE.
It's still risky, though. I mean, normally, my theory, like we were discussing before the break, is if you take a good business and you put it together with a bad one, the bad one almost infects the good one. So I'm worried. But the stock market doesn't seem to be too worried.
Certainly. I think if you have any wound and you don't cover it, and you bring something bad, you're going to get bad. So certainly the contamination was going to come through because Cell C certainly failed to penetrate. But they thought the synergies really is about these guys. They are the providers of some of the technology, your airtime and so on. But they won't get a preferential pricing purely because now Blue Labels is a shareholder in Cell C. So Cell C might still drag them a little bit. You saw the share price basically did quite well. I think reached a high of about 22, currently trading about 17, 18 rand.
And the Levy brothers have done a tremendous job. I mean, I was a bit skeptical when these guys from the eastern part of Joburg came and they were going to change the world, but I got to hand it to them. They have been very tough and they have really worked very, very hard to make sure that the margins are maintained in their traditional business.
I hope that they're going to be like the Outron, the Fenta brothers. They also ran, Outtake Outron very well, and they started doing the handover. So you started with Mark as a CEO when it got listed, Blue Label. Then you moved into to Brett. Let's hope, obviously, with all these, transaction, they will be able to keep the momentum, and certainly, the investors warm up to
so for
their
you,
strategy.
not.
Nah.
No.
I'm going to skip this one.
I would agree. Let's wait and see. There's icebergs out there, and maybe they'll get through them, but
then
it
they'll
could
be able
also
to swim. They'll be able to swim and find their way through.
Okay.